today we have Heidi Gallegos. She's the Executive Director of the Brea Chamber of Commerce, and she's one of the community leaders, and we really appreciate you coming. So tell me a little bit about the Brea Chamber of Commerce and what you do and how important it is for the community.
Okay, well, thank you, Gary, for inviting me here. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Right.
The Brea Chamber of Commerce is a over 100-year-old chamber, well established within the community of Brea. You're probably familiar with the fact that Brea is a strong pro-business community. The leaders of 40 years ago really had the vision to be able to create a destination place in North Orange County.
Wow.
One of their anchor stores, of course, as we all know, is the Brea Mall. And the Chamber of Commerce has been able to ensure that that community does stay pro-business. One of the unique things about Brea is that it's 40,000 in population at night, 140,000 during the day.
Wow.
So that tells you right there are jobs and plenty of opportunity to do business in Brea. What the Chamber of Commerce does is we support our local businesses, and we have everything from sole proprietors to some of the major corporations out there that do aerospace, manufacturing. Some examples would be Chevron Corporation, Beckman Coulter, UTC Aerospace, as well as just someone who sells cosmetics. And the Chamber of Commerce needs to meet the needs of all those particular businesses.
I had no idea it was that big.
It's exciting. It really, I didn't either when I first got there, but it's enjoyable, and it really is illuminating. And just this little boom town of 100 years ago has just really turned into a destination location for entertainment, shopping, dining, as well as jobs.
Wow, that's as a longtime resident of Diamond Bar, I am shocked that because Brea is right on the border,
Mm-hmm.
and both my daughters, when they were going to high school, worked at the Brea Mall, and I had no clue that there was that much business in Brea, and that it was that vital to the entire sector.
Absolutely, to North Orange County, it is the gateway to North Orange County, or excuse me, gateway to Orange County. It's an exciting place to work, and a lot of good things going on in Brea right now.
Well, tell me what the chamber does in Brea. How does it help those those businesses, and what value do they get in joining the chamber?
Well, if you're a brand new business, maybe a small business owner opening up a shop there, what we can do is we can ensure that your permitting is done properly from the business owner side, helping you navigate through the shark waters of government.
Okay.
While Orange County is very business friendly, it can be very daunting to a new business owner in terms of what that they need to do. That's where the Chamber of Commerce comes in. We help them step by step.
Right.
We also help provide networking opportunities, and while there are folks that still see networking as a negative, it's really relationship management. It's who you know.
Right.
And it's important that a new business owner get connected in the community for resources, to also be able to advertise your business through word of mouth advertising.
Right.
So we provide those networking opportunities, whether they're a small luncheon that we do weekly, or it's something larger that's like, for example, a State of the City that we did just last week, where we had almost 265 community leaders from Orange County attend.
Wow.
It's building those relationships, and that's what keeps the vibrancy there. We do business education.
Mm-hmm.
And we provide fun stuff too.
Yeah.
All work and no play makes Jack and Jill a very dull person.
Right.
So we have our networking cocktail hour, if you will,
Uh-huh.
after work type events. We've got a very robust Brea Young Professionals. We are in a generational shift. The boomers are graying and starting to retire, so we have our up and coming folks. So we try to provide mentoring opportunities as well as networking opportunities for these young folks, whether they just want to grow and develop in their career or they're looking to move on. We're also starting a leadership program, Leadership Brea, to help those young people develop and grow to be the kind of leaders that all communities want, as well as an opportunity to help those that are maybe in a midlife situation and need to retool. So we're excited about some of the programs we've got down there.
Wow, that's exciting. It sounds like it's expensive. It just sounds like it's going to cost a lot of money for these new businesses. Is it prohibitive?
No, we are the best bargain in town.
Really? Oh.
Where it's obviously based by your employees, but really to put down $350 up front and get plugged in and get a splash for your business. Again, we are the best bargain in town.
Is that $350 a month or $350 a year?
No, a year annually.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is the best
That's
bargain.
less than $30 a month.
Absolutely. To be able to provide you a resource or an extension of your marketing department. When you're a small business,
Right.
The proprietor is the chief cook and bottle washer. So one day they're the finance person, the next person they're the marketing, the next day they're the janitor. And so that's where the chamber can come in, and we become an extension to get the word out, to be able to have people patronize your business and get some resources coming in.
And you have an active group.
Very active.
So
Very active. The community keeps us hopping, and it's really a joy to be there.
oh wow. Well, that's exciting. Is there any other things that you want to talk about regarding the Brea Chamber of Commerce, or why members should join? I mean, you're covering a lot. You do leadership, you do education, you do networking, you do, oh my gosh, you help them get through the government regulations, you help them find the right resources that they need to move forward, you help them become successful. It seems like, a huge task.
It is. It keeps us busy. I think the one other thing I'd like to also mention is we also do political advocacy on policy, on government policy. As we all know, California is not the most business-friendly state.
Right.
And so it's our charge to be able to be that voice for small business. You're not going to see a small business owner be able to meet with the local state legislature. There's just not enough hours in the day.
Right.
The chamber does that on their behalf. So we monitor the legislation in California as well as the federal side. We have cultivated those relationships with those that represent us on both sides of the aisle. And so when an issue comes up, we can pick up the phone and we can actually talk to the decision maker and let them know this is going to impact business and the reason why.
It's so good to have you. As a small business myself, I get tired of all the regulations and the increased taxes and having no voice as an individual. So it's nice to know that there's an organization that will represent me and to give me a voice, because California is just difficult, and it seems like it's getting more difficult to get through not only the regulations but the new fees, the new costs, the new taxes. So everything comes back on the business owner, and so it's great to have you there.
Well, thank you, Gary. We're trying hard. We're pushing back in Sacramento. We understand that it impacts your bottom line, it impacts your livelihood, impacts your employees, and so we've got to push back. We may not win them all, but at least we had our voice heard.
That's great. Well, that's all the time we have, and it was a pleasure having you, and so thank you very much for all the good work you do.
Oh, thank you, Gary. It's a pleasure to be here.